Last week was National Skills Week, a time to celebrate the value of apprentices and trainees across Australia. Recently, the government announced that if it gets re-elected on September 7, it will increase apprentice wages to get more people interested in trade work and to contribute to the economy. We met up with some high school kids to find out why they're learning a trade. Tradespeople, or tradies as they're also known, are an important part of Australia's workforce. There are hundreds of trades that people can train in without studying at university, and most of them fall into four categories: construction, transport, manufacturing, and service. To start off in most of these careers, people do apprenticeships. That means that instead of spending a long time studying for a qualification, they start work straight away and learn on the job. And some schools around Australia are offering lessons that give kids a head start. Molly and Ben are Year 12 students at Craigmore High School in South Australia. One day a week, instead of doing normal lessons, they get to school early and spend a whole day doing their Certificate 2 in electronics.
You're just doing more things. You're not just sitting there doing all paperwork. You're doing a lot more hands-on stuff and you're out doing things. You're not just staying in one classroom. We do a lot of things.
You learn all the theory straight away, and then you can go straight into the practical stuff instead of waiting a couple of weeks and then forgetting half of it.
Yeah.
Their teacher Tyson says it's a good way to get kids interested in school.
Aiming to re-engage kids into the importance of schooling and also the importance of school preparing them for the workforce out in the real world. I think it's also important to challenge students, to also encourage and develop their self-esteem and for them to be able to see that they can achieve.
The students get to do all kinds of stuff, from soldering circuit boards to building remote-controlled hovercrafts and boats. As well as learning all kinds of computer programming, the kids are also learning how to wirelessly control surveillance cameras, like this one. The course gives the students a taste of lots of different areas they could one day work in.
They get a head start and they get a realistic idea of what the industries will be like, because they're actually working on authentic industry projects whilst they're at school getting their nationally accredited training.
In my case, I'd like to join the Air Force as an electrician because it just seems to be something that I've always liked the Air Force. And with this, I've started liking all the electronics.
I want to be a power lines person.
And Molly can already test her skills on some power lines at school that have been set up with no electricity, just to make sure they're safe.
It's about students learning about wire tensioning, but also achieving modules in fixing and securing electronic components. It's also about them developing their dexterity skills in terms of large components and also small components.
These guys seem to really enjoy their hands-on course, and learning the practical stuff makes them realise how important their other subjects are too.
It also increases their interest and engagement and achievement in the traditional subjects like physics and maths and English, because they can see a real purpose to their learning.
8 years ago, only 42% of the students at Craigmore were finishing Year 12. Now, more than 80% are finishing. Ben says the electronics course is the only reason he hasn't dropped out of school.
I'm pretty sure I would have left at Year 11 if there wasn't the Certificate 2.
Yeah.
I just mainly came back to Year 12 just to do Certificate 2.
But it's not just electronics. Kids can do all kinds of trade qualifications while they're at school.
They can do courses in engineering, in automotive, in construction and electrotechnology. They're the main ones that are offered at the NASA sites, but students can also access courses in hospitality, in IT and media.
And at the end of Year 12, there are plenty of options. The kids can go on to uni or TAFE, or if they do an apprenticeship, the study they've already done could make it a lot faster and easier to get a job.